Hello guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. So you guys may know that 2020 has been canceled, as what most people would say it has been canceled. So today we're going to be talking about how Wendy's, Home Depot, and Domino's Pizza have all been canceled on Twitter recently. So basically, if you're an insider and you don't really know what's going on, recently, Wendy's, Home Depot, and Domino's Pizza have all been canceled on Twitter for various reasons. Also, guys, before we get into the juicy details, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so we can fix this dirty little ratio I have here. Okay, guys, so let's start off with Wendy's here. So basically, Wendy's was officially canceled about 2 weeks ago. Alright, guys, so what they mean by, canceling things on Twitter is basically they have, this trend called cancel Twitter. The recent victim of cancel Twitter was Wendy's, apparently. But basically, there's this company, and basically what they do is they have a whole bunch of, Wendy's locations, franchises. If you don't know what a franchise is, please look it up on Google so you understand what a franchise is. But basically, there's a company that owns the franchises, and basically their CEO, his name is James Bondish. I don't even know how you say his last name, I'm sorry. But basically, what he did was Also, guys, please keep in mind that this is not the CEO of Wendy's. This is a CEO of, a company that runs the franchise. A few franchises. Not all of the franchises, but just a few of them. Owns a few franchises. Basically, the CEO, he donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to the President Donald Trump's re-election campaign. That was the first thing we've ever heard of that has really made it big on Twitter. About cancel Twitter, basically. So I was looking at the story about 2 weeks ago, and I was like, this is probably only a one-time thing. And then the next thing I know, the next week, we hear about Home Depot being canceled. I'll explain that in just a moment. So you guys are probably wondering, well, why did the Home Depot get canceled too? The thing that basically Home Depot and Wendy's have in common right now is basically that they are both basically people canceling Wendy's and Home Depot because of the campaign, the Trump campaign or whatever for re-election. And I just thought it was really weird how basically those two companies being canceled had two things in common. The people who are canceling things on Twitter are basically the Home Depot essentially on Twitter got canceled because of the co-founder of the Home Depot who left the company in 2002. And basically in 2019, which this was about a year ago that this happened. But basically Twitter tried canceling the Home Depot in 2019 too. It wasn't just 2020. It was in 2019 too. Because the co-founder, who wasn't even affiliated with the company in 2019, and he hasn't been since 2002, basically donated to the Donald Trump re-election campaign. And basically all these people just get triggered online because of it. Because of basically the co-founder from 2002 who left the company basically donated thousands or I forgot the amount, how much he donated, but basically he donated money to this campaign because he wasn't even affiliated with the Home Depot at all. Nothing. He cut ties with the freaking company in 2002 basically. So these situations just don't even make sense at this point. And let's move on to the Domino's situation so we can just clear all this up, because literally the reasons why these companies are getting canceled doesn't even make sense to even start with, especially with the co-founder who left the company in 2002. They got annoyed at somebody who wasn't even affiliated with the company, and basically they shut down the company because, well, they didn't legit shut down the company, but they just canceled it and they're boycotting it. But the main key thing to all these big corporations and these companies like Wendy's, Domino's, Home Depot, and stuff like that, those major chain restaurants out there, basically, regardless if people try to boycott them and not eat their food, basically, there's no way they're going to get shut down or go bankrupt. It's just not going to happen because they're essentially backed up by all these corporations and other companies, say Coca-Cola, other brands and stuff like that. They're backed up by them, and there's no way, even if they try to boycott them, that they're basically going to go bankrupt, because Wendy's isn't just a big company. They have the parent companies, bigger companies that own a lot of things, most of the things you eat basically and want to buy, especially the candies and stuff, and that's basically how they make all their money. So there's just no way you're going to be able to boycott them and take them down, because they have parent companies that are supporting them regardless. All right, so next we have Domino's, and basically Domino's got canceled because of the same thing, but On the other hand, let's go talk about the Domino's situation on hand. So unlike all the other companies, Domino's actually on Twitter responded to what people were doing here in 2020 and how they don't even know what they're even saying or what's going on. So you guys may know that most big companies and just companies in general will span out into Instagram, Snapchat, and you guys may know why the real reason they're actually on social medias and stuff. And it's basically to promote their products and stuff like that. Let's just say there are a lot of perks to being on social media like Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, any one of those platforms basically, because you can promote, you can do customer support, and you can essentially do like pretty much anything to help your brand out or your company out. You can reach new customers, you can put ads on there, you can like pay for ads and basically find new consumers and like customers for your brand, your company, whatever you have. But let's just get back to what I was talking about with the Domino's situation. But basically, Domino's has been on Twitter for like longer than 8 years, because there is this tweet of them replying back to somebody, and basically they canceled Domino's because of one tweet they posted 8 years ago. You know how ridiculous that is? 8 years ago. That was in 2012. That was when I was like, I don't know, I can't remember at this point, but that was a long time ago. That's just all I'm gonna say. So there's this guy named Rick Wilson, and basically he's a New York Times best-selling author. So this author has over 1 million followers on Twitter, and he has a check mark for verification on Twitter. So basically what he does is he exposes, well, quote-unquote exposes Domino's Pizza for a tweet that they posted 8 years ago that goes by this. So there's this tweet that goes, at Kaylee McKinney, that's one heck of a compliment. Thanks for the love. Hashtag we appreciate it. So one thing you need to know about this Kaylee person, or what most people assume about her, is basically she is a Trump campaign supporter or associated with it somehow. So essentially why this tweet is even a thing, or this Domino's being canceled after 8 years is even a freaking thing, is because of a tweet that Rick Wilson decided to expose. Here's the tweet. The funny thing about this whole situation is that now we have like things that are all common between all of the cancellations against these three brands / companies. It's basically about the whole Trump re-election campaign and people donating to it, people even just freaking being associated with it at this point. Like, people don't even know what they're talking about on Twitter, and I really cannot wait to see what company gets exposed next for something that doesn't really even make sense. Let's just say that was not the end of the whole Domino's situation, and basically Domino's even responded to like all of the stuff, including the freaking cancellations against their company and like their brand. Here's the tweet that Domino's posted. Well, it's unfortunate that thanking a customer for a compliment back in 2012 would be viewed as political. Guess that's 2020 for ya. So essentially, basically Domino's Pizza just freaking roasted Rick Wilson. In my honest opinion, I literally just think deserved that, honestly. For just trying to start things and like trying to cancel Domino's Pizza on Twitter, even though canceling things on Twitter is just really freaking dumb and stupid, and just basically doesn't even fix anything and like find a solution to everybody's problems and stuff. Honestly, I just don't even think this should be a thing at this point. Like, why are we canceling Domino's Pizza, the Home Depot, and freaking Wendy's in 2020 on Twitter because, oh, we're gonna get triggered over people donating to the Trump re-election campaign? And even with people even being associated with it, we're gonna be triggered about it and we're gonna go around canceling things. Like, it just doesn't make sense at this point. Let's just not try to cancel things for once. I mean, honestly, when I hear about people canceling things on freaking Twitter, I just think of it as a meme. But this is like really serious, and I don't even, this kind of needs to stop, because like it doesn't even make sense. Like, people don't even know what they're talking about on Twitter. I mean, I don't even have Twitter, and I know that they're just freaking not even thinking. All right, guys, honestly, I think that's just the end of this video. I've been talking about weird crap with the whole canceling things, and in like maybe a few days or even like a week, we're gonna hear about another canceling or cancellation, whatever you want to call it, over the freaking Donald Trump re-election campaign. And it's just not even gonna make sense like the ones that have already happened. At this point, with all the cancellations, and if we even see a next one or like even more cancellations of companies and like brands. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you watching all the way to the end. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, comment, well I already said like, but subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you in my next upload next week, because I plan on doing weekly uploads. So thank you for watching, and peace.